Oh, it's dark in here. Bye-bye. What up, Caden? Oh shit. Ooh, that coffee. What's up, everyone? It was really dark in here. I didn't think this through. Huh. Oh well. I know you are, kid. You guys know the drill. Ask shit, and I will answer as best I can. What's up, Daniel Stanley? How are you doing? Ooh. Feeling shitty today. Went to a Chinese buffet yesterday for lunch, and it's not sitting well. What's up, Gabriel? Alan Thrall's max bench is 319.5. Wow. He's pretty mediocre. It's like his body weight-ish. It's bad. So dumb. What's my dick to ball ratio? I'm like 95% balls. They're like this big each. That's what really matters. Ladies love big balls, not big dicks. Are exertion squats a good exercise to pack size in the lower back? More of a mid to upper back one. And lower body. Want size in the lower back, you work your erectors more, so good morning type stuff. It's gonna work your lower back more. Man, it's really fucking dark in here. They're like brooding, it's fucking weird. What's up, Parsa? So yeah, not necessarily lower back, but I go more good morning type stuff. If you want to build lower back size, thickness. Seated deadlifts, not bad. 2 hours of sleep PRs, that's awesome, dude. Who's that? Liam? That's awesome, man. Sometimes, like, some of the days you feel the worst or when you perform your best. Like, I've hit, even recently, like, hungover as fuck, some big PRs. Bodies are weird. What made me start my YouTube channel, which is a training log, which is what it still is, really. I do these now and stuff, but mostly just keep track of my lifts. So I didn't, like, start it to, you know, be like a YouTuber or whatever. Give me tips on a stiff leg deadlift. I feel like my form is bad and should have hurt when I do a stiff leg. It shouldn't hurt, definitely not. If you're 16, where is your regular deadlift, I'd say? Why are you doing stiff leg deadlifts? Possible to get strong glutes without growing them? For sure. You can get anything stronger without making it bigger. How to get abs to show? What should the macros for diet be? Don't worry about macros so much. Just worry about calories in, calories out. Eat less. Find your TDEE. Eat like 250 below that ish. I mean, it depends on your size a little bit. And then every 2 weeks, do the same thing each day for 2 weeks. If you're losing weight, then keep doing it. If you're not, cut the calories a little bit. Weight loss isn't linear. That's why I say like wait 2 weeks to check, because like some days you might be more hydrated or whatever. But it should be a linear way down, but it will have a, what do you call that, like the mean or whatever. Some good coffee. My form sucks on deadlift. My deadlift is 60 kilos, squat 95, and bench 65. Definitely working on deadlifts. Then you're probably doing something really fucking wrong if it's that low compared to your squat, especially in your bench. Have someone coach you. Any opinion on training with gymnastic rings? Good. That's what you want to do. I used to do dips on them a lot way back in the day. Any tips for being a personal trainer? I'm studying for my cert. It's not as fun as people think it is. lot of people think they get to like go in and work with athletes right off the bat and shit. But usually when you start out, you're gonna be working all hours of the day, working with shitty people until you get your shit going. Usually your first like 6 months especially really sucks. That's when most people quit. It's fun sometimes. Like all my clients now, they're awesome. Or like all my clients, I'm pretty choosy with my clients. But tips is just get as knowledgeable as you can. You know, don't project your inadequacies and the things you like also onto your clients. Try to train them not as you train yourself, but as they need to be trained, basically. That's my tips. Any recommendation for good character boxing and BJJ? Do Zercher stuff, do less single leg stuff, lots of rowing, get your back strong, a lot of hip stuff, low box squats, really wide stance onto like a boxer in parallel at least. That's what I do. I'm 6'2", 200 pounds, want abs, but also need arms to grow bigger. Every other body part is at a good spot. Your goal is aesthetics then, I'm assuming? Do a shit ton of arm stuff and eat less. I mean, it's hard to grow in a deficit. It's definitely doable. Yeah. Do you agree that Jefferson deadlifts destroy your lats and obliques? I do agree. Grip training daily, can it be done? I don't do grip training really, so I'm not really the expert to ask. I think you could. Like, I mean, I've done deadlift variations every day, which is technically working your grip. Been fine. Definitely gets fatigued sometimes, but I think if you're smart about it, you could. I probably vary rep ranges and time and weight and whatever. But yeah, it won't be like maxing shit out with grip necessarily. Probably wouldn't go to failure if I was doing it every day. And I probably also had different kinds of grip, like pinch, squeeze, whatever the fuck they're called. And then I'm also working the reverse a lot, which a lot of people neglect when I'm doing grip training. Pancakes or waffles? Norwegian style pancakes, like the really thin kind. It's the way to go. A bunch of syrup. Not syrup, syrup. It's a lie. Also, if you're a new subscriber, welcome. I got a pretty big bump recently. What's up, Forfus Knight? I'm doing well, how are you? What's the best way to recomp? I just passed novice phase. So, there are no phases, that's not real. That's what people selling bullshit program. There is no such thing as the certain weights you're suddenly a novice, or out of a novice, or whatever. Best way to recomp is just eat less. You know, not that hard. Eat slightly below your TDEE, which is your total daily energy expenditure, and you're good to go. Lift heavy. Have you always lifted unconventionally? I've always been interested in finding new lifts for sure. I don't know if I've lifted unconventionally. To me, it's not unconventional, it's just how I lift. But I've always been drawn to like kind of having fun in the gym, which people seem to like not have anymore. I don't know, people are so like, oh, but what's the carryover from doing an ultra deficit deadlift? Who gives a shit? I just want to have fun, you know. So I've always done a lot of weird stuff like that, fucking around a lot. But I mean, I used to compete in rowing, so it's kind of unconventional. I guess you could say that every person doesn't train for rowing, but. Do I like ollie squats? You mean like ass to grass high bar squats? That's how when I used to squat every day, that's what I mostly did. Low bar doesn't really work squatting every day as well. High bar works way better. So yeah. I squat ATG when I barbell squat. What's the best exercise for lats besides pull-ups? Why do you think pull-ups are the best lat exercise? They are one of the better ones. I don't think there is a best one. Depends on the purpose of this person a little bit. Croc rows, cheaty rows, bed over rows, inverse rows. Best way to increase the squat. Squat more. Squat every day. Pretty simple. Look up John Bros. Read about him and his gym. Do you think it's dangerous with a round upper back, cat back, doing conventional deadlift? Upper back, no. Lower back, yes, typically. Unless you're really good at bracing like I am, but I wouldn't conventional deadlift with a rounded lower back. Upper back's no problem as long as you're experienced enough. Is it possible to hit a 400 kilo deadlift if you're some average dude with average genetics? What do you think of Dr. Deadlift? I don't know who the fuck Dr. Deadlift is. Do you think it's possible for an average dude? Probably, that's 400 kilos in pounds. Use pounds, I'm a fucking American, man. What's that? 800, it's like close to 900. For an average dude, probably not, honestly. You're close. I say 800 pounds. What up, David's Iron Chamber? Do you have a preference where to put the bar in reverse lunges, front or back position? I like to go for max weight, so on the back. Are you holding a low bar? I'd definitely do a high bar if you're doing lunges. There's no benefit to going low bar with it. It's bothering your shoulders. Any benefits from doing seated deadlifts? They're okay. I'm not a huge fan of them. I thought they were great until when you get to a certain amount of weight with them, they just become more of like hinging around your spine. You're not actually using your muscles hardly. So they get a bit silly. They're good unless you're really strong. When you get strong, they get bad. Not strong enough always does his fucking streams too early for me. I'm always working. So, sadly. Okay, go subscribe to Not Strunk Enough if you haven't. Do you have any other interests besides lifting? I am a very good musician. I started playing piano when I was like 3. Play pretty much everything, so I play a lot of music, write music sometimes. So, ladies are also my interest. How do you fix an imbalance where my right chest, triceps, and shoulder dominate over my left side and bench? Just do a bunch of one-arm pressing for like 2 weeks. Good to go. What beginner program do you recommend? Again, depends on the kind of beginner. Are you just off the couch and have never left it before? I'd say some kind of 5-3-1 variation. If you're like played sports your entire lives, you want to be doing something a little different. Like there are different kinds of types of beginner. I hate like everyone like funnels. Everyone's, oh, you're a beginner, you've never lifted. Like, if you played sports your entire fucking life, you're like a really good basketball player, but you've never really been in the gym much, then you probably don't need to be on like a crazy beginner program. You have a good base already, so starting strength. What do I think of As I Lay Dying? Didn't the lead singer like hire a contract killer for his wife or some shit? I think he's out now of jail. I went to jail for something. I went and saw them. I think I was like 14. The Taste of Chaos tour at the Rave in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It was pretty fucking epic. But it sucks because they opened with 94 Hours, which is obviously their fucking best song and best song everyone knows. And it was kind of downhill after that. So it's like everyone's all pumped up for that first song, and then after that, everyone was kind of like, why am I a pussy liberal? I am very liberal. Don't say I'm a pussy. So I do a full body 3 times a week version gym when it was 531 for the spring semester. I might run it for a whole year. Yeah, 531's great. Mark Ripito says that you cannot build explosiveness. Your muscles can't get more explosive genetic. That's bullshit. You can like definitely go from dunking or from not dunking to dunking by training and be more explosive. Look at Westside. There's a reason they, work on moving fast. Let's see. Had a sudden increase in volume in my program across all lifts. Had a problem in 5x10 in my Swiss bar bench. Is this common for moves that incorporate smaller muscles? What do you mean by a problem? Yeah, be a little more specific, dude. If you increase all the volume across your entire program, that might be the issue. You're just doing a little more than you can handle. Assuming you're stalling on Swiss, you mean Swiss bench. Mark Ripito is terrible. He is Never done anything himself, never coached anyone of note. Marketed Starting Strength well, I guess. It's a shitty program, which he stole. I don't know why people think Ripeto's a genius. He's just, I don't know. People who are not, who are very worried about being manly, see him as being manly, and they attach to that, I think. I don't even know. I'm gonna push-pull legs. It's fine. So, how much can I trap bar deadlift? I have no idea. I 620 ox lifted. So, do I have any experience with 3-2-1 wave loading rep scheme? I don't really, so I can't really say much. Sorry, Juan Jauro. The Swiss bar bench is, even though the grip is neutral, it's typically a little harder because there's a little more, you know, movement that way with your wrists. So that's pretty normal to, you know, be moving lower weights. Is Texas method good? No. What are my thoughts on concurrent periodization? I think it's good. I think it depends on the person a little bit. I don't really have a whole lot of thoughts on it particularly. And I moved to Norway because my dad is Norwegian, so I have dual citizenship. And I went there to finish my degree, and then I stayed for about 7 years. So I was in Sweden a little bit. I was in Motala. Motala? How do you say it in Swedish? I don't know. Say Motala in Norwegian. And I've been in Stockholm a little bit. If you're near Motala, look up CMD Gym. My buddy owns it. What's up, the Frost review? If I ban face pull, do I need to train rear delts other ways? Cable face pull. Depends what your goals are. Do you want really fucking strong rear delts? Do you want big rear delts? It really depends. Kan jeg speak Norwegian? Det kan jeg. Jeg har litt sånn amerikansk aksent, men jeg er sånn halvveis flytende på norsk. Let's see. Do you do any knee strengthening exercise? So you can't strengthen your knee. You can strengthen the tendons, you can strengthen the muscles around it. You can't just strengthen your knee. That's not a thing, really. But I would recommend training your hamstrings a shit ton to prevent knee injuries. Everyone has weak-ass hamstrings, so yeah. What movements would I do for big rear delts? Bunch of rows. Who can lift more, Blaha or Thal? Who knows? Let's see. Do you think there could be exercises which have a better carryover, let's say, to the 3 main lifts, squat, bench, deadlift, than training the 3 main lifts themselves? It's a very great carryover. Look at Westside Barbell if you want to look at carryover stuff. Good mornings, board presses, floor presses, bottoms up squats, SSB stuff. So yeah. What would you do if you could do only one proper strength workout per week and you are used to training but not especially strong and the goal is just general strength? What if only one workout a week? I'd pick some kind of deadlift variation, go ham bone on it, and then do a bunch of single leg stuff. Do I like bent over rows more than pen lay rows? I don't like either better than, I think they're both great in different ways. Again, no lift is better than any other lift, just how you use it. Can you please tell me how to properly grip the bar for overhead press and bench press? False grip feels nice, but would like to learn full grip. Well, full grip can't avoid shoulder pain, flaring too much. I use suicide grip, so usually teach that to people. Depends a little bit on the person, but I don't know. Why don't you want to do false grip, I guess, is my question. All right. can also do like what they call the turtle grip, where you like have the bar and you have like your fingers aren't actually around it, you're just kind of like squeezing there. Whatever the fuck you call it. Did I watch the 2017 World's Strongest Man? No, I didn't get a chance. I will though. I cannot feel my hamstrings working at all when doing trap bar dads. Only feel it in my lower back. What do you think my problem is? You're probably shooting your hips up and you probably have weak quads. Or just weak back, potentially. What are my goals for 2018 for YouTube lifting and life in general? I don't really set goals typically. I guess just, you know, get stronger overall. Which is my own goal. Keep having fun. My YouTube channel grows, it's awesome. If it doesn't, it's fine. What are your goals, I guess? Favorite movements for hamstrings? The JJ deadlift, hamstring curls, nothing wrong with isolating stuff, RDLs, good mornings. Is there such thing as too much rounding with behind the back deadlifts? There is such a thing. It depends on the person, though. Do you plan on being a trainer your whole life? I'm going to call myself a trainer, but hopefully they're pretty sweet. Can't complain wearing shorts and t-shirts all day long. What's your definition of volume, and how do you think it affects training? Like higher volume is better hypertrophy gains, for example. So for hypertrophy gains, for most people who are natural, the biggest driver in size gains is just getting stronger. Whether that means, you know, different rep ranges, getting a new 3 rep max or 1 rep max, whatever. Volume typically can lend itself towards, or higher volume can typically lend itself towards more hypertrophy, but it's not necessary. I injured my lower back, and I'm now just starting to get back into lifting. How should I go about lifting after lower back injury? So it depends what kind of injury you had. Did you, rupture a disc, blah, blah, blah. I'm not a doctor, obviously, so, but I like to introduce slowly some spinal movement, flexion, extension, everything. Working on that, some twisting, not super weight or anything, just a lot of body weight stuff typically. And then, slowly working weight, working on your hips a lot, working hip mobility especially, stuff like that. My opinion on pen lay rows, they're fine. All lifts are good. No lift is better than any other lift. It's how you use them. So, what's up, Michael Scullin? Who's gonna come here and lift with me in a few months, which is pretty sweet. Wreck shit. How to do the 90-90 stretch. YouTube it and follow instructions. When am I switching to RPE? I do RPE 10 plus every day. Have I read any James Patterson? No. I have not. We can do a 2-person ox lift, Michael. Somehow. We'll have like SSB bars on each, and like each grab we'll kiss in the middle and grab the trap bar. It'll be awesome. Thoughts on nucleus overload, like doing occlusion training? I don't know. This has no backing whatsoever, but because you have to use such light weight, I'd worry about the tendons not getting stronger in the same at the same rate that your muscles are. I'm not saying that's actually what happens. I don't know, but. Where was I? Sorry, zoning out. You got a boner when bench pressing. Good for you. How to do the JJ deadlift. You watch the video of me doing it and follow along. It's not that hard. Like, the technique's not hard. The lift itself is very difficult. The technique's not hard. Just hinge at the hips and nothing else. What do I think of fat acceptance? I think being comfortable with yourself is a good thing. I don't know. I don't give a shit. Whatever people are doing, I don't really care. Tips to getting more flexible to exert your deadlifts off the floor. So it's time I do a PSA about exert your deadlifts. People, you guys need to stop. People like me and Eric, who've been lifting a long time, can get away with them. If you're like 16, 17 years old, you should not be doing exert your deadlifts. Even though it's fun, and I know they're awesome, but you don't. Please stop. Everyone needs to stop exert your deadlifts. If you're in your late 20s and been lifting for like 15 years, go for it. Otherwise, please stop. I know they're fun. I know they're really great, but please stop. That's my 2 cents. What's my diet look like? Lots of chicken patties, canned vegetables. Yeah, make sure you got counterweight in the cash machine for the jaded deadlift. How to fix uneven hands? I don't know what that means even. Tips for building off the floor strength for deadlifts. Do some deficit deadlifts. Do you think getting strong in the big 3 is a requirement first before getting into fun lifts? Yes. All 3 of them, but you should be good at them. Form of bench press do you do? I don't do any benching. I pretty much never press. I rarely press, mostly just for fun every once in a while. Let's see. Exert your cycles fine. Exert your deadlifts no one should be doing it. Unless you're me or Eric, basically. If you haven't been lifting for 15 years, you shouldn't be doing exert your deadlifts. Juan Jauro, are you big? Everyone thinks they're big. Do I think of bulking and cutting? I think it's silly. It's useful sometimes, but it's usually silly. New subscriber here, I respect your strength. Thank you, Noaz. What's my max overhead press? I have no idea. I behind the neck press 225 for 2 not too long ago. I hardly ever press, guys. It's like I think in the past year I've pressed 5 or 6 times total. So I don't really know. Tips on fixing sticking point by the head: handstand push-ups, partials, Z press. That's about it. Do I feel pressing increases by getting better at pulling movements? Yeah, for sure. Obviously, I'm a pretty decent presser, and I never press, so. But I roll a lot. If you hammer deadlift once a week, wouldn't it get unbalanced? I don't know what you mean. What get unbalanced? If I could be the best in the world at any sport or martial art, when you wake up in the morning, which would you choose? Probably basketball. When are you an intermediate or advanced lifter? Everyone is a novice, in my opinion. There's no such thing at these like levels, intermediate, novice, advanced. There's no such thing. You're just where you are. Ooh. Am I doing the Inman Mile this year? Yeah, me and Michael might do it when he comes up here. Might do like an SSB version. Probably the barbell version in the summer again. So what do you do instead of bulking or cutting? Don't worry, like have a goal, get to it, and then like you should just like fluctuate, bulk cut, bulk cut, bulk cut. That's people who do that just spin their wheels their entire life. Direct arm work? Are you asking if I do it? No. When you Z press, is a dead stop? It can be, it doesn't have to be. It's up to you. What's up, Stradivarius Jake? How did I strengthen my biceps to do a 700-pound Z row? I did a bunch of supinated stuff. No one does enough supinated stuff. Everything you do in the gym pretty much is pronated. And that's if you do bicep tears and shit, because I never do any supinated stuff. Do a bunch of supinated stuff for a while. Doesn't have to be heavy, just do a shit ton. How often do I get unsolicited advice in the gym? Not really anymore. I scare people too much, I think. I yell and blast metal all the time, so. I know Michael Skull, my boy, he gets a lot of it. He got some today. Or a couple days ago. Thoughts on Spoto press? I think it's fine. think it's overrated, but thanks, Nawaz. Your weight height, I'm 6'2", rounded up, and like 6'1", I'm like fucking 3/4 or some shit. I'm like 230 pounds right now after Christmas. Apparently I'm small though. 6'2", 230, small nowadays, I guess. Am I into gaming? Yeah, I have a PS4. I play a lot of shit. Thank you, man. Am I a family man? I am. I don't have a family. I mean, I don't have a wife and kids, that you mean. But I have some nieces that I love. Brother, mom and dad. Yeah, supinated, any kind of supinated row. You can do like mixed grip rows too. I don't want people to like so opposed to that. Mixed grip rows, mixed grip pull-ups. It's amazing. No, muscular imbalances like aren't that crazy. Don't worry about muscular imbalances so much. If you have one, just fix it real fast. It doesn't take long to fix them as long as you hammer it. Do coffee filter your body? You know it. Will you have a workout with Alpha Destiny in the future? Have more talks with them? I might do more talks with them. That'd be sweet. It was fun. I always like talking about my training with people. He lives in Canada, which is a bit of a hike. It's not too far, I guess, but you never know. Maybe he'll come down here one day. Underrated athlete exercises that you have found experimenting. The JJ deadlift. They found experimenting. I think the SSB front squat would be good for athletes. Just box squats in general. Athletes need to be doing them. Again, there's no such thing as novices, intermediate, advanced, in my opinion. You're just where you are. You should train like a novice if you have a lot of experience in sports, weightlifting, but your lifts have gone to crap because of injuries. I'd fix whatever caused your injuries, unless it was like a acute something, but longest relationship I've been in, 4-ish years, 3.5, 4 years. Are you able to back up the conventional big three and say anything good about it? I said 1,000 times, there's nothing wrong with the big three. I just don't do them. There's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with the deadlift, nothing wrong with the bench. I just don't like doing them. So, Finland is not great or Norway. Get the fuck out of here. Have you guys seen that? There's like a whole subreddit devoted to why they think Finland doesn't exist or something. It's like so fucking nuts. Twisting the other dude, he's fucking crazy. I don't do any shit he says. These aliens help him recover. What are your big differences between yours and Eric's workouts, and you're still doing one lift a day? I still do one lift, unless I'm fucking around. Big differences? I don't know, not a whole lot of difference. I like to experiment. No, he experiments too. I don't know. There's not a whole lot of difference. I mean, we used to train together, so, you know. My top 3 lifters, Bob Peoples, Eugene Sandow, and myself. How do you plan what lifts you'll be doing? Do you ever plan a few in advance, or just what you feel like? Mostly what I feel like. Sometimes I'll plan in advance, like I said before I was doing the behind the back deadlifts. I did a bunch of quad stuff and stuff I thought would carry over. But most of the time I just do whatever I feel like. I don't plan ahead too much. How do I get over being in a relationship that long and moving on? Any tips? I mean, you have limited time on earth, so why spend it being depressed about something that's past, you know? Just fucking deal with it. I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm not an especially attached person, but another says strength comes from filtering his biotoxins. That's what your liver and kidneys are for. Am I related to Paul Anderson? No, my Anderson is spelled S-E-N for me. He was a legend, though. Bob Peel was also a fucking legend. If anyone has his book, I can't find it anywhere. Please send it to me. That'd be awesome. You can photocopy it. I don't care. I'm having troubles finding the book he wrote. I think it's called, I can't remember what it's called. I am Norwegian. Oh yeah, man. 2 weeks off. That's a long time. That's a long time to be off lifting. What do I think of powerlifting, especially low range of motion bench and 90-degree squat? I mean, those are the rules. If you can, get around the rules, go for it. If it makes your bench higher, I don't really give a shit. I think powerlifting personally is really boring. You pick your own weights. So I think it's really fucking boring. You basically know the outcome before it even starts for the most part, and that shit's boring to me. I don't know. I said before, if it's like mano a mano, and they just like start 225 and just put a plate on, and then some more weight, and see who drops out first. That'd be way more exciting. But that's just me. Do I ever deload? No. For most part, if you program things properly, you shouldn't need a deload ever. How come old school strongmen were so much awesomer than powerlifters today? I think a lot of those old time strongmen were so strong as they didn't like have expectations like people do now. Like keep bringing up people are like so worried about being novices, intermediates, and shit. They just like lifted to have fun and get stronger instead of worrying about certain numbers all the time. I always say too, like when I go into a new lift, my goal is always 1,000 pounds. I probably won't hit it on anything, but it's always my goal. So if your expectation is like, oh, I hope I can bench 225 one day, then it's gonna be really hard to bench 225. But if your goal is 1,000, then 225 is nothing. So I do like strongman. Strongman is exciting. Do you think increase more than 1 or 2 lifts at the same time effectively? Or rather focus on one, bring it up. I only focus on one lift. You can do more. If you look at real Bulgarian training, do squat typically, snatch, and clean jerk. What I think of scapular wings, I don't think about them. How do you peak on your program? I don't peak ever. I'm just where I'm at. I don't worry about peaking. I'm not competing, so why peak? I am peaked every day, I guess. I don't know. I want to look at it. I either never peak or I'm peaked every day. Either way. I PR every day, so technically I'm re-peaking, I guess. Yeah, they also, exactly. People are online too much. Like all of us right now are online too much. Now is do it, man. If your body's telling you, do it. Why don't I do pull-ups? I don't feel like it. I do one lift a day, so the dentist system training. I haven't watched World's Strongest Man yet. I will though. What do I do for recovery? Mostly sleep and eat. I just try to do a little bit of mobility every day. Not a whole lot though, not as much as I should. But so not that hard. I was in the hot tub here at the gym sometimes. It was nice. Not too crazy. Sure, overtraining is a very real thing. What do you think about that? Unless you're a professional athlete, you're not going to overtrain. Lots of rowing every day. I have done that a bunch of times. What conditioning do I do? None. Not right now, at least. I used to compete in rowing, so I used to do a lot. Was also a super skinny cross country runner when I was in high school. So yeah, those things overtraining. What are your favorite dairy products? Milk, whole milk, of course. I'm a big cheddar cheese fan. Not a huge cottage cheese fan, actually. I don't know. How much pussy do I get? More than all of you. What kind of food I like the most? Probably hamburgers and steaks the most. I eat a lot of chicken patties, though. Yeah, I like burgers a lot. Even like a bad burger is pretty fucking good. Can't really go wrong with a burger. But like pizza, spaghetti is pretty fucking good. Lots of chicken patties. What's the purse with Jefferson curl? Mostly mobility. It's a mobility exercise. Although I did it with 405 supinated grip. I normally don't take pre-workout, but today I'm feeling it. Colby Jack is fucking good. Yeah, cheese should be on everything. Cheese is fucking good. Can't have too much cheese. Where I get all this knowledge, reading damn books and not watching fucking YouTube people like you guys are doing right now. No, lots of reading. Lots of reading, experimentation, practice. It's like anyone I see who's like a coach and they're under 25 sucks. I sucked when I was that age too. Everyone fucking sucks. You need experience. What foods I eat on a daily basis? Chicken patties, beets, carrots. What method? Oh, what was that? Knowledge and lifting from. Again, a lot of reading. Read as much as you can. Some YouTubers are knowledgeable. Like, there's nothing wrong with watching YouTube. I was just kind of joking. What other trainings would I do if I wasn't doing Wisconsin method? I'd probably do West Side. Or just say conjugate. You're not doing West Side unless you're at West Side. Conjugate. There's such thing as having too much knowledge, so you need to be able to discern between what's good, what's bad. Good bands I'm listening to. Jason Block. Listen to a lot of After the Burial. Lots of Every Time I Die is probably my go-to. I've loved them ever since I was like in high school, grade school probably actually. It's been kill switch engagement fired up. Do I ever give you a problem at my gym if I do certain times? No, I work here, so no one says shit. How much is my max RDL? I don't know. I hit 495 for 2 really easily yesterday with like basically no warm up. So I don't know. If I was doing 1 rep max, maybe like at least 550 probably. If I actually warmed up properly. Would you say do the dynamic method? I would. If I was training with it, I'd try to do as best I could. Like they've experimented a shit ton. They found what works best. So, you know, I'll mess with it. What I says do I plan on hitting next? You know, I don't know. I was thinking about doing some kind of dumbbell press today, actually. I don't know. I might do like a decline bench or incline dumbbell bench or some shit. Who knows? Is bench Monday, deadlift Tuesday, squat Wednesday, day off, repeat enough time to recover and make good strength gains? Yeah, it depends what you're doing. That's super vague. I have squatted every single day for 6 months straight and I was recovering fine. So, the RDO was strong in my country. I'm sorry, Marco. Do I do hip thrusts? I tried them. They actually didn't work very well with Wisconsin method, surprisingly. Christoffen. Everything he does just looks so painful, Christoffen. I've heard he has some like disease where he's like overheating all the time or some shit, but man, just like watching him like get out of a squat just looks, oh god, it looks so painful. I expect the dude, but he just looks like he's in such pain all the time. It's so strange. Oh, that's sweet, man. But I normally drink coffee. Oh, I mean, cavities and shit. Ugh. God damn. Why are bodybuilders weak? They aren't. Most bodybuilders are stronger than people call themselves powerlifters. I box squatted 102.5 kilos for 5, but went to squat 100 kilos. Found it really fucking hard. Why? Do you have the box really set up real high? Have you not done a regular squat in a while? Typically your box squat, if you're doing it properly, should be lower than your regular squat. Bodybuilders are also strong often in a 1 rep max sense. Caden, you are the stream master, I gotta say. Oh man. Alright, like 10 more minutes and I gotta go fucking train. Let this pre-workout kick in and coffee. Take a shit. How to behind the back deadlift with scoliosis? It depends on what type of scoliosis you have, really. I would ask your doctor, probably. What shoulder mobility exercises would you recommend if you have problems back squatting? Low bar, high bar? You shouldn't have problems high barring, then your shoulders get pretty jacked. I'd work a bunch on scapular control. I'd work on getting better in the overhead position. I'd do a bunch of hanging from stuff. Arm circles. People like fucking looking for like genius exercises. Do arm circles before you squat. It helps a lot of people. Do I ever get DOMs? Yeah. Have you ever done roids or plan on getting them? No, I have not. Nor do I plan on it. I could afford it if I wanted to. That's not true. I probably could afford it, but no, I don't. Back squats should be harder than normal if you're doing them properly. How long should it be? How high should it be? Depends on your goals. I typically will go to some of them at least like at parallel. I'm doing like wide stance ones. Do I watch Report of the Week? What's that? I don't understand how you press so much without pressing at all. Me neither, man. I don't know. How do you depressure your spine? You don't really need to do that. You can just hang from shit. Get reverse hyper. It's not super important though. My arms are pretty short. That helps. I'm not gonna lie. Does help with pressing. Hey, gay Canadians are the best Canadians. How much can I add to my deadlifts in a year being novice? Again, no such thing as novice and shit. Just get that out of your head. You have to, it depends on the person to person. Some people had 400 pounds their first year of lifting. Some people had 100 pounds. Do I box squat? There's a bunch of videos of me box squatting if you go look. Do I think front squats can build good strength like back squats? Definitely. I usually teach people front squats before I teach them back squats. Thoughts on Johnny Candido? I think he's good. I respect the dude. Hello, Robert Byrne. Speaking Norwegian. The hell am I supposed to say? No one's going to understand what the fuck I'm saying, except for like 5 of you, maybe. I förstår vad jag säger. Why did I start lifting? It's fun. I guess to supplement my athletic endeavors back in the day. Can you get shorter from heavy rack pulls or heavy exercises? There's been some studies things showing like heavy back squats over time will make you shorter, but it's so insignificant that no one would ever notice. Who do I coach? A bunch of people. I've coached professional athletes in the past. I've coached grandmas. Whatever. What's your opinion on when to strap on a lifting belt? Whenever you think you need one. Honestly, lifting. Do you think you could kick Alpha Destiny's ass? I don't know. I've never seen him fight. I can't say. I definitely outweigh and out-height him, so if MMA style, if I tackle him, I guess. I don't know. Top 3 fitness YouTubers. I don't really watch anyone, so can't really say. I'll say Jason Blaha and Alan Thrall. Just kidding. Burn. What'd you ask? High exercise selection for injury prevention. I think it helps. Rotate exercises relatively frequently. The most common injuries are like overuse stuff. So if you're not overusing stuff, you can't really. You're less likely to get injured. Might get more likely an acute one maybe, but. When's your opinion on when to hump weights? When when they're asking for it. Only when they consent, guys. Make sure the weights consent to humping. What's the age of my youngest client right now? I think like 18. I've trained in person. 15-year-old, I think is the youngest I've trained. 14, 15, I guess it'd be. I feel front squats felt better than back squats, so I replaced back squats. Go for it. Does masturbating count as exercise? No, sorry. Do I do online coaching? I can. If you check out my Patreon, you can pay me and I will. Dansken Javisbrok. Just kidding. Iron Den. My Danish brother. How can I rent you? Look on my Patreon. It's slash fucking daily strength. Pete's coffee, nice. Are penis pumps legit? I don't know, man. It's kind of sad if you're asking that. I've heard that the sun still doesn't set on the English Empire. There's like some weird little island somewhere that keeps the sun up at all times on the Empire. Just Tom Frey. Nick 0K, hit that shit. Get a new PR for me, buddy. Why were hex plates invented? That's a good fucking question. We have interlocking plates in my gym, which is really fucking annoying too. Especially doing deadlifts, you like twist the fucking plate. Ugh. What do you think about upright rows? I think they're good. Those videos of me doing like snatch grip ones not too long ago. Tom Fred. I like you, man. Do you count your protein intake at all? Not really. I eat the same thing every single day, so I already know what I'm getting. Vertical versus horizontal pulls. If I had to pick one, why? I'd say horizontal. More variations, easier to overload. Have you ever read Berserk? I have not. Who's it by? I'll check it out. I hate bench pressing, but I want a stronger chest. What alternatives? Dips. Dips are probably the best. Do push-ups. Landmine shit. Do I have a playlist on Spotify? No, I don't. I'm too old for playlists. Do I train neck? No. Do I count your calories? I eat the same thing every day, so kinda, I guess. Do I dip? No. I do dips. I don't dip, though. Squat alternatives, different kinds of squats, single leg stuff, lunge variations, Bulgarian split squats. So with that. I've done rack pulls a long time ago. I've only done them twice, really. Shit's so sweet. I like 8 more minutes. You guys get exactly an hour today. Gosh, it's fucking sweet. Oh, people drink that shit every day. Yuck. Oh, fucking gross. Did you ever rack pull about the knee with Eric? We did it once, but we did it with like a fat bar. That's about it, I think. We did it twice. The first time I ever went over there, we did it. I think he did like 1,400 pounds or whatever it was. So I remember I did. Did you sumo deadlifts to piss people off? Yeah. People were talking so much shit about that. Like, my friend was deadlifting who trains with me here, and he was doing like conventionals, and he had 405 on, and I was like, you know what? Now's the time to do sumo for the first time ever. So I AMRAP'd 405. It's only got 10, which isn't that great. Like, I know it's not good, but like, fuck people. Pretty so butthurt about that in the Alpha Destiny interview. Do I have a physique video now? I'm not a bodybuilder. Do I plan to teach my kids lifting? If they're into it. I don't have kids now, no. I have some nieces. But if they're into it, I would never force it upon anyone. Lifting should be fun. How did I come into contact with him? Comment to my channel. I think you knew me through Eric, because I used to train with Eric. So I'm just, how to stop the Jewish menace. I realize like anti-Semites find my channel. It's so strange. It's like one thing ever about being Jewish. Oh shit, I gotta go, guys. I got a client. Big and close, I guess not. See, dudes, I gotta go. I forgot about a client. Do curls. My big biceps. Bye, dudes. See you.